Thank you all for subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated. And for those who haven't subscribed yet, it would be much appreciated. Thank you. So what I want to talk to you about today is the ever-growing popularity of artificial intelligence apps for creating images. Weekly now, I seem to be seeing more and more artificial intelligence applications to help you create drawings, images, illustrations, even photographs for your projects, for your books, book covers, for anything really. Canva have introduced a free version, and you can just register with Canva. You don't have to be in the pro version, and you can use this artificial intelligence application. And we're going to look at that now. But also bear in mind that this is a beta version, which means it's a free version. It's a testing version, and it'll, people will be able to use it. Canva will get the feedback if there's any. They will see how things work. They will see how they can make some money from it, or integrate it fully into their system. And that's when I believe, or I feel, that there will be a couple of versions of this. There will be a free version, which will be in low resolution. At the moment, you're looking at about less than 600 pixels by 600 pixels is the sort of maximum size you can have the images at. Now, that's not very good unless they're vectors, and that which they're not. So if you drag them, they'll start to pixelate, they'll blur. So that's the only issue there. It's more like a trial version. And I think what's going to happen is, once Canva's happy with it, because people have got to make money on these things, Canva can't just keep bringing in all these new apps, great apps that people are charging a lot of money for, and give them away for free. So they're going to put it in, I believe, they're going to put it into their pro version, where you'll be able to scale. There'll be more features. You'll be able to scale the images up a bit better. The resolution will be better. At the moment, I believe it's about 72 dots per inch. Now, I've done a video on all this and have a little scan through. And ideally, you want, at least for KDP or Amazon, for instance, if you're self-publishing, you're going to want about a minimum of 200 DPI for best effect. Now, there's always a big argument. Like I say, I've mentioned this before. There's always a big argument on what's the best DPI. For instance, the great big billboards that you see on the side of the road could be as low as 20 DPI or even less. But because you're so far away, they look great. But yeah, so there's always these issues and what looks good in that. But at the moment, it's 72 DPI, I think. But the resolution is less than 600 by 600. This is the first video. I'm going to do another video straight after this about how to make colouring books with this feature. But again, we're looking at 72 DPI or 600 by 600, less than 600 in pixels. That's how they've got it set. And we're going to look at maybe trying to upscale that. You're not going to do well trying to upscale a photograph. Upscaling is filling in the gaps between the dots, if you like. So, you're going from 72 dots per inch to 300 dots per inch, and those extra dots are being inserted, if you like. They're being sort of, you've got a green and a red. Let's just say, for instance, there's something else in between that to join those dots. They're sort of filling it in, if you like, filling in all the gaps. So it's never going to be the same clarity, the same quality as 300 dots per inch to have a 72 DPI image filled in like that, or upscaled, if you like. Right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to Canva, and we're going to go for, let's say, custom size, and we're going to choose inches, and I'm going to go for a book cover for this. So we'll go 6 by 9, create new. Now if we go down to more on here, right down the bottom here on mine. And you can see here, create something new. Text to image, that's what we want. You can get to this from the main page, the same. You can just look into apps. If I was to go to home here, and I go to discover apps, and as you can see, there's no premium or pro crown here on this. So discover apps. So what we do is we type in text to image, enter, and here it is, text to image. And it's, as you can see here, it's the beta version, and it's created by Stable Diffusion. So if we go over to Stable Diffusion, and we can see what it's all about. I mean, look at that image. I mean, wouldn't that be fantastic? Well, let's move away from that. Right, terms and conditions. Let's have a quick look at that. Be a good human. Let's have a look at Canva's acceptable use policy. Anti-discrimination, general use, promotes or creates a risk of physical, all the usual stuff in here. Legal notice, you are responsible for any output you create using text to image. Canva will not make any copyright claim over the output you create and does not have the ability to license or release the use of that output to you. Right, okay, so I mean, you're creating completely new images. So I can see how that works there, so that's fine. When using output in your Canva designs, we ask that you attribute output to your own name and explain to any person who might be viewing or using your design that output is AI generated. They want your name to it because you created it. In the event that your output is alleged to be unlawful or otherwise in breach of these terms, you acknowledge that Canva may disclose such output to law enforcement or other government authority. So really, I mean, you've not done anything yet. You're not going to be creating porn or something vicious or nasty, hateful, no doubt. If that's the kind of person you are, then I suppose you deserve everything you get. You know, it's not designed for creating those kind of things. It's well, we welcome your feedback on text to image. You can report an image using the report button in the app, get in touch with our support team and provide feedback at any time. And that's really what they're looking for mostly. So here's our book cover. Cat, comma. So just to split up these, the keywords basically, you're putting a load of keywords in this box. What you want from the image. We're going to put hairy, fine art, CGI, computer graphics in other words. I'm going to put desert and rain. Let's just really make it sort of complicated. See what happens. So we've got a hairy cat in the desert in the rain. So let's go with drawing. Create image. So now it's going to give us two versions. It may only give us one, but I mean, it's got an option here now to give us two. If it can only really give us one, that's all it will do. If you interrupt it, it will only give you one. Right, here's the two images. I'm going to drag one of them into the box. So that's one. We've got the cat, quite a hairy cat, I suppose. We've got the desert. And, you know, it's not so bad, but it's not. It's a shame about the resolution. This is what I'm saying, you know, it's a real shame. And even if I was to put, let's just bring this other one in for a second. I mean, that's just mad, isn't it? And look at that body. Is that another cat behind it? I don't know. These shapes here could simply be, this blurring in the background, could be the rain effect I put in. So let me take the rain out. And I'm going to put high resolution. And let's try that. You can sit and play with this thing all day long. It's loads of fun. I mean, I've had a really good mess about with it, and I'm just going to show you in a second how we use other images that have already been created. We use those keywords to create new images, and you'll be impressed with some of the images that have been created by people, but through through a robot, if you like. So let's have a look what I've got here. Well, that's pretty mad. But the chances of having someone else having this exact image is so slim. You know, it's not even much. I mean, it creates a new image every time. It could be something, you might see this face, but you won't see the background, or you may see some blurring, or the eyes look kind of weird, don't they? But I kind of like that too. So if you're using low content books and you want all new book covers about cats and things like that, or anything, you know, just pick a subject. You can create cover after cover after cover. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Lexica. Now I'll put links to this and anything else I find handy in the description, as I always do. And in my descriptions, there's no affiliate links. Right, so this is great. So let's have a little look at it. If we zoom this across here, move the columns. I mean, we can look at images here. They're fabulous. And these have all been generated through artificial intelligence. Oh, looks like Brucey Willis there, doesn't it? So let's have a look, see if I can find myself a cover. I want eyes and I want jungle. See what I've got. And all these things come up. But let's just pull one of these images. What would happen if I changed, let's copy this first. And we'll put it into ours. And we'll change it from 3D dinosaur. Alright, start a drawing. Now it doesn't take that long, it doesn't take a minute. But you know, it's like, you know, it's kind of almost exciting, like you want to know what's going to come from it. That's pretty nice, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't exactly call her a dinosaur, but it shows you how, you can just start again if you want. Let's go for a photograph. And that's pretty vicious. I mean, it's crazy. The artwork's crazy, isn't it? But like I say, you can go to Lexica, copy the information, copy the prompt, I should say, paste it in here, and play about with it from there. It is free, and you can play about with it all you like. And I'll make sure you know when Canva have finalized the beta version, and we'll see how it goes. See whether they've turned it into a pro version and a free version, keeping this the free version. And because, like I say, someone's got to make money on it, haven't they, really? And if there's lots of apps out there charging $20 and $40 a month to use them, or say $10 an image or whatever, then, you know, it stands to reason that Canva's not just going to have this going for free, in high resolution, that is. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. As soon as you get into this in the free version of Canva,